Hey guys, it's Gothic Sentiment again, and I have a new video for you. Now, I have to apologize in advance. My voice may sound a bit weird. I've been getting sick lately, but I'm still going to make videos nonetheless. So anyway, a while back, a few months ago, I made a video called Goths in the Media, and I've been having ideas of bringing it back as like a series. And since it is the month of my 6-year anniversary, as if I don't talk about that, I figured what better time to bring it back as a series than now, since I am revisiting old ideas for this month. So, I'm making it a series now. Let me explain the series before we go any further. The series is where we go into different forms of media, TV, movies, anime, cartoons, comic books, even real-life people, and we find people that can be classified as Goths. Now, I know many people don't like to be labeled, and that's why I'm only using the term Goth as a universal term, instead of just what I'm going to say as the explanation, for those who probably have no idea what the hell I'm talking about, and for those who are more comfortable with a smaller time lapse, because the video would be much longer if I just used the explanation every single time I had to use the term. So, my apologies if you get offended, because I know many people don't like to be labeled, but I'm using it as a universal term. Now, what is Goth? Now, many people will probably be like, oh, it's just depression where people dress all in black and are always upset and want to kill themselves, right? Nope. It's a matter of perception. You see things a lot darker than everyone else does. It is also a form of creativity. You can create forms of media, or it's a lot darker than everyone else, and that's considered Goth. Now, let me explain something. Just because a character is in a darker series does not make them a Gothic character. I'm taking characters that see things a lot darker than everyone else. Now you're probably thinking, villains, right? No. They have evil intentions, but that doesn't mean that they always think of things darker than everyone else. I'm trying to avoid villains, since there are a lot that always think of things darker than everyone else. I'm trying to find protagonists. Not main protagonist, but one of the main protagonists of a series, or movie, or whatever. In some Goths in the Media, I will talk about certain forms of media, like anime for one episode, cartoons in another. Sometimes I'll just do a bunch of random forms of media, like this one, since it is a revival. I'll also take fan suggestions, so if you have any ideas, you can put them down in the comments. I love to read your suggestions, and I'll gladly talk about them in a following Goths in the Media. But before you put your ideas down below, wait till the end of this video, I do have something to say. But, without further ado, let's move on to the revival of Goths in the Media, the new series. One more thing, this will not be like a series that happen like every other day, but it's gonna be more than monthly. I mean, it can't happen like once a month, but sometimes it could be like twice or 3 times a month. It all depends on like how many suggestions we have, how many characters we can work with. It's going to happen more often in Keep PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale Live, but it's not going to happen as many times as Gothic Truth. So, bear with me. I'm talking about this group of characters because I don't think I talked about them in the last video, and that's the South Park Goth Kids. Why did I not talk about them? Because at the time I thought they revolved around stereotypes, and I started to watch more episodes that had them in them, and played the game South Park The Stick or Truth. And then I later on found out that they're actually unique and enjoyable characters, to the point where if they had their own series, well, a lot of people would probably watch it. It's not like they just think, oh, we're depressed, so we dress in black. No, they actually know what being Goth means. The leader, Michael, in the game The Stick of Truth, actually said it's more than just a way you dress, it's a state of mind. What they do just seems a bit dark, and yes, sometimes in the media, if you want your characters to be classified as a Goth, and if they're going to be in a certain subculture, sometimes you do have to use certain stereotypes, like the dress all in black thing, because not all Goths dress in blacks. In fact, I've seen a few Goths that are quite colorful, actually. And it's more of a state of mind, like Michael said. And you actually see them develop as characters, especially in the episode where they had to deal with the vampire kids.
Okay, hold up! Hold up! You mean that one of us might not really be a vamp kid?
Right.
Now let's move on to another character. I am also shocked I didn't talk about the last video, Gaz from Invader Zim.
Dib drank the last soda. He will pay.
Gaz is the little sister of the main antagonist, Dib, Anyone ever notice that, like, most of the main characters in the series only have, like, 3 letters in their name? Zim, Gur, Dib, Gaz. And did anyone also notice that Gaz's hair looks like a monster's mouth and is, like, eating your head? Yeah, you know those little things when you're fucking insane. I'm okay, though. What does that do with me? I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. What's that? What's that over there? Look! What's that?! Did you leave yet? Did you look at the thing? Oh, that thing was gigantic! She's more of the cruel and possibly insane character. In fact, she's kind of more of a psychopath than anything else. She's more of a psychopath than Zin and Gur is. And she's one of the fan-favorite characters, well, besides Gur, because everyone loves Gur. I love Gur. You love Gur. We all love Gur!
None may pass! You are an intruder!
Where is Dib?
Way down there!
Next, I would like to talk about Raven from Teen Titans. Now, there are many forms of Raven, many incarnations. In fact, many DC characters get reincarnated just as many times as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So, bear with me here. I am talking about the one from the 2003 series Teen Titans. And many people will probably be like, oh, the Teen Titans Go version? Well, I'm not sure if they exist in the same universe. They fail to explain if it's the same universe or a different universe. So I'm just going to stick to 2003 one. Maybe I could count the 2013 one since they do have a lot of similarities, also a few differences too, so I guess they are in a different universe. But for the fans of Teen Titans' sake, I will talk about the 2003 series, because even the fans of Teen Titans hate Teen Titans Go, so yeah. Raven is an example of a gothic hero. She has powers revolving around darkness, lifting objects into the air, creating pure weapons with her mind. The dark power she has. And it's proven that she has a lot built up inside her, especially if you look at her backstory. Her father, Trigon, actually raped her as a kid. What the fuck, Trigon? You're a dick. Later on, you see that she grows a connection with the other characters in the show, and she has a lot going for her, and to be honest, I think she's the most unique character in the series. More than former sidekick of Batman, person that shoots lasers out of their hands, animal person that's ironically a vegetarian, person that shoots lasers out of their hands. What?
It's pointless to be upset about Cyborg. What?
Let's move on to, the last Goth inside this video.
You're starting to bore me. Let's cut to the chase.
Alucard from Hellsing. Alucard is a badass vampire hunter who's ironically a vampire. I see what you did there. He works for the Hellsing operation to hunt other vampires that have gone and sucked human blood. Because apparently surviving is so wrong! But it is such a shame he is not the main focus of the series. It is the female protagonist who I forgot the name of. Oh wait, Ceres. That's her name, Ceres. She's the main focus of the series, who Alucard turns into a vampire. But we do get a little bit of focus on Alucard every now and then. But I do kind of wish he was the main focus of the series, just like a lot of the fans wanted him to be as well. But he does get a lot of focus, and we do see that he cares a lot about the Hellsing family and Ceres, while also being a total fucking badass.
I'm the great Cornelio. I am the great Cornelio.
Come on, get up, attack me! You've only suffered the loss of your legs. Summon up your familiars. Transform your body. Heal your severed legs and stand. The evening is still so young. Come on! Hurry! Hurry! Pull yourself together! The fun has just begun! Come on! Hurry!
I hope you guys enjoyed this new Goths in the Media video. It's a new revival, so of course it's going to be a little short. It was a lot shorter than I expected, even. But let me just say, if you want to leave suggestions for the next Goths in the Media, let me just say, the topic for the next Goths in the Media is anime. So if you have anime characters that you'd like to see in the next video that are relatable to Goths, at least, then put them down below. I'll check them out and consider them for the next video.
Like, maybe favorite, and I don't know, share into your social networks and shit.
And remember, we all see a fish in the ceiling at least once in our lives.
None may pass! You are an intruder!
You're starting to bore me. Let's cut to the chase.
Way down there!